Do your patients refer many other patients to your office? Do they rave about the experience that they've had in your practice? Do they give you hundreds or even thousands of Google reviews, 5 stars, I hope? If that's not happening for you in your practice, I'm going to give you a few tips today, specifically 3, that will make a big difference. The first one is to be really friendly, to be open, to be kind. I mean, that's common sense, of course, but when a patient comes into our practice, they're scared. They're worried about the cost, they're worried about the pain, they're worried about the suffering, they're worried about the competency, they're worried about the bad experiences that other people have had in healthcare providers' offices. Greet the patient like they're a visitor to your home. Greet them. Actually, get up, shake their hand. Welcome to our practice. Greet them by name, and that's number 2. Besides greeting them as a new visitor to your practice, you want to greet them by name. If you don't know the patient's name, one simple way to do it is to take a picture of every new patient to put in the computer next to their name. So when they walk in, you can see who they are. If you don't have a picture in the computer of them when they walk in, then you can sort of guess, is this the patient for 10 o'clock? And how many patients do we have coming in for 10 o'clock? And where are they from, et cetera? They go, oh, I'd like to welcome you to our office. You must be. And then you can say their name. And if it's not the name, they'll say their name for you. People love to be greeted by name. They love it. I mean, if you're ever sitting in an audience and someone's giving a talk or something and they call your name out, it's like, wow, you feel very special. Or if you're at a Thanksgiving table, just with family and friends, there may be 25 people there, but someone tells a story and they point you out in a very complimentary way. People love that. People like that acknowledgement. There was one restaurant in New York for a time being, they actually had a camera on the outside of the restaurant. The camera would look at the new clients coming in or the customers coming into the restaurant. And when they walk into the restaurant, what they would do is they would do a Google search with facial recognition. And even if it was your first time in that restaurant, they go, hey, hello, Mr. Lancaster. Welcome to our restaurant today. They stopped doing it because it became a little technique sensitive. But could you imagine walking into a restaurant where you've never been before and the maitre d' says, welcome to your restaurant, Dr. Sonic. We have a table for you in the corner. People love that. People love to be greeted by names. I remember when I was a young periodontist and I was in a local store. It was called Ed Mitchell's. It's still there. It's probably the most successful clothing store in the Northeast. There's probably 100 family-owned clothing stores left in the United States. Ed Mitchell has 5 of them. Okay, one of them happens to be right here in Westport, Connecticut. I remember when I walked in there, somehow they knew I was a doctor. I was 32 years old. I didn't have any money. I didn't really know what I was doing. And I go, hey, doc, how you doing? And before you knew it, I went in there for a tie and I walked out of there with a $1,400 Canali suit because they treated me so well. I didn't even want the suit, but what did I want? I wanted to be acknowledged as a doctor. They'd feel good. And I walked out with that Canali suit. And I had a little bit of buyer's remorse because I really didn't want a double-breasted Canali suit. So I gave all my lectures in that Canali suit, and I told the story about Ed Mitchell and the kind of customer service they gave me. And that was about 35, 40 years ago. Today, Ed Mitchell is one of the most successful haberdasheries in the United States. Other stores tried to go into competition with them, but they failed because they didn't give that same type of customer service. You give that over-the-top customer service to your patients. You make them feel welcome at home, cared for, nurtured. You call them by their name. It makes a big difference. So, number 1, make people feel like they're welcome into your home. Number 2, greet them by name. And how do you do that? Have a picture of them. If you don't have a picture, start taking the pictures and putting them into your computer. And the third thing is, look to give the patients a servant-hearted experience. Look to do the unexpected. The unexpected is something that people don't expect. Like if you're late for an appointment, what do you expect? You expect to get yelled at. You expect to be chastised. You expect them to open that window and look at you and say, I'm sorry, have a seat, or we can't see you. You're going to need to be rescheduled. Well, that patient may have driven 2.5 hours in traffic to get to your office. Look for an opportunity to serve them even though things did not go right. Because you want to make things right for those patients. Offer them a cup of coffee or a cup of herbal tea. Have a menu of all the different amenities and drinks that you have in your office and be prepared to give them to them. They may have a child that's misbehaving or something. Blow up a balloon for them. Take a glove, blow it up, draw a face on a glove, give it to the kid. Give them crayons or something so they can play with. Make sure that you can do whatever you can to satisfy that patient's needs. If they're late for lunch, Call the restaurant, tell them they're running a little bit late. If they need a reservation for lunch, make the reservation. You're not a concierge? Well, if you give concierge service at the front desk of your office, could you imagine what your patients are going to be saying to other people about them? If I refer a patient to the endodontist with whom I work, I don't say, here's the card, go see the endodontist. I said, when would you like to be seen? If I can be seen today, it'd be great because I'm 2 hours from my home. I pick up the phone call. I make a phone call to the endodontist that I'm working with. Can you see so-and-so? They're here. And I have a relationship with the endodontist that they're going to give the unexpected. So the people on my team are all involved. We've created a team of not only people in my own practice, but in the other practices with whom I work. They're going to give over-the-top customer service. And do you know what a blessing that is for patients? Especially because it's so stressful. It's hard to coordinate all their care. So do what you can to do the unexpected. Make it easy for the patients. Remove the barriers for care. So if I could summarize, if there are 3 things that can create some raving fans, it's number 1, welcome all patients into your practice like they're guests into your home, greet everyone by name, and look for an opportunity to do the unexpected. You do that, and you'll have a practice full of raving fans. Be it a gift. You won't be disappointed.